Well, thanks for checking it out, whether live or whatever. It's just easier. It's just stream it live, and then it just comes up later. Bipolar Blues. Thanks again. Today I'm going to talk about kids and losing your shit. Now, um, first of all, first of all, in every single relationship you will have, whether with children of your own or your partners, your lovers, whatever, the number one rule is don't lose your shit. Don't lose your cool. Okay. Um, I know it's hard. It's easier said than done. So, um, specifically with children, first of all, if you don't have kids, what are you doing around children? Unless they're your nieces and nephews, or I don't know, maybe you work with kids, nanny, or you're a teacher or something. Then you should know and have training already in that. Of course, if you're bipolar and you're a nanny or you're a teacher, I don't know. It's just a weird combination. Why you'd want to do that, but to each their own. I mean, maybe you want to work with children. That's the case. Losing your cool is priority number one. You need to keep cool. I can't have this window open. I'm sorry. I want it, but I mean, it's hot, but the sound is fine. So, so you can't lose your cool. Now, what is losing your cool with a kid? Yelling at them, screaming at them, cussing at them, chewing them out, demeaning them, belittling them, um, making them feel stupid, making them feel dumb, and all of that is just really, really negative and bad, no matter what you want to do. And plus, if you're gonna yell and scream at a child, when you yell and scream, you, that's childish behavior. That's childish behavior. You have then succeeded in screwing up because you shouldn't have to yell at a kid to get the kid to do what you want to do. So I know I've spoken about this before with parenting. If you just ignore the kid, if you just, um, you know, kids, monkey see, monkey do. Kids mimic the behavior of the adult around them and the one that they're trying to antagonize and get to blow up. And if you just relax, stay calm in the storm, you know, my kid yesterday was arguing with me. It was 8 o'clock at night. And it was time to go home. There was some kind of block party, and it was not ending. They tried to end it at 7 o'clock, and then it was 8 o'clock. And as we walked home, you could hear them. And then as it was time to go to bed at 9 o'clock, you could still hear some murmuring and some music going on. It wasn't ending because it's summertime still. They're not in school. So let's just stay up all hours of the night. Not my kid. We got to go. So at 8 o'clock, I said, it's time to go. Let's go. And it's just immediately argument. Why do we have to leave? I don't want to go. The party's still going on. I want to play ping pong. Can we stay some more? Da 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 da. And just, and asking the same question over and over again. Why do I have to go? Why do I have to go? And it's like not listening, not getting it. I just said, I've already answered that question. Let's go. I turned around, put my back toward him, and just started walking away. That's it. Just walked away. And my boy, my youngest, he has, like I have had over the years, some sort of separation anxiety problem or whatever. And if I get long enough and further enough away from him in the distance, he's going to run up and be right next to me. And that's exactly what happened. He had his pouty face on. I hate dad, and then we went upstairs, went home. He took a shower, got brushed teeth, and go to bed. That's it. It was easy. Woke up and went to daycare or whatever. It's not daycare, but it's not school either, but it's at school. Priortid is what it's called. But anyway, luxury time, it's the English translation. But anyway, like, if I would have blown up at him, like first of all, my father, he would just blow up all the time, just start yelling, Ryan, get over here, no, 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 and it was just like it was like the fear of everything was in me then, not just God, not just him, the fear of everything. Like, oh my gosh, if I don't listen to this, um, as I got older, anybody else, teachers, if they would yell, I would just be like, "This is my father yelling at me. This is my teacher. Like, what? Like, who are you, dude? You're not gonna spank me." That's the thing too. My dad spanked too, so it was like the spanking plus the yelling. When the yelling would come, and be like, "Oh, it's time to like get in line." So, but it can be traumatic, it can be bad. Maybe those are the seeds of the bipolar. Who knows? I'm not blaming my father for anything except shooting in my mother, and here I am. That's how I was here. My dad and my mom got jiggy with it. Uh, so when it comes to kids, though, it is easier to, in my opinion, be strong and silent and say something once and then be quiet and ignore physically the childish behavior. So, another example, it's time to leave and go to school, and he hasn't put his shoes and socks on. Bye, and open the door and close the door and just stand on the other side and wait. Within like 30 seconds, the shoes and socks are on and he's ready to go. He's in a panic too. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, yeah. You ready now? Okay, let's go. Thank you. And now you're ready to go. If you react to their level and get into the arguments with your child, you will never get out of that vicious cycle. Right? I can go with my son. He loves to listen to Peppa Pig at night. That's what he falls asleep to. He listens to Peppa Pig. I think he's too old for it. There's been a number of nights where it's been just silence and he falls asleep just fine. But to this day, he's still, I'm on Peppa Pig. I'm on Peppa Pig. I was like, okay, fine. So I put on, within like 3 or 4 stories, he's asleep and he's snoring. Turn it off and that's it. Go to bed. But there's going to come a time where that's it. It's lights out, it's phones off, it's noises off, it's speakers off, and you have to go to bed, go to sleep with your mind and your thoughts. And what are you gonna how you unwind and do that? So I do a lying down meditation, the power of now, Eckhart Tolle. I do that, and then I'm pretty much asleep in like 2-3 minutes. It's really nice. You just lay down on your back and you just envision that, like, every part of your body is asleep, and the last thing to fall asleep obviously is the mind. But as all the other parts get relaxed and you breathe in and breathe out really deeply, all of a sudden you just so it's really nice. Anyway, children, see, the thing is, children, it's not that they know how to trigger you, it's that you haven't learned how to not be triggered, because the same things will come up every day, every week, every month. The same thing. Right now he's into Fortnite, and there's a character he wants to buy really bad, and it costs this amount of money, and he has 5 days left till it's gone, and it's gone forever, whatever, but it's gone. And so I said, well, how much is it? It's like 154 crowns. I said, oh, that's easy. Just get 154 cans and you can recycle them, and you can get 154 crowns from the grocery store, and then I can buy you that skin for you. But you got to work for it. So today he's like, I want to be picked up early from Fruitids, and I want to go and look for the cans. Yeah. And you could probably get it today if you really wanted to work and you put in the ethic and looked at every single spot he could look at and figured it all out. But it might take till Sunday or Monday. It's also like hit and miss. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people that look for those cans. So it all depends on like where you can go, when you can go. For instance, there's this place called Paddle, Padel in Lund, and um, the people that go there and play paddle, they buy the drinks inside there, and they drink them, and then they leave them in there. One time I got in there for free. It's like 100 crowns just sitting there for 5 minutes of work. Take it. So, but you got to, it was a fluke that I got in for free. It doesn't happen all the time. So I'm not going to pay 300 to get in and then get 100. That's minus 200 still. So anyway, so I know when I pick him up today from school, he's going to have that Fortnite character on his mind, and I'm going to say, yeah, remember, and let's go. And I'll have the stuff ready. I'll have the bags ready for him if he wants to, and I will help him. And I have a stick that picks up it goes like this. It picks up you reach in and pick it up and take it out like that. Instead of putting your hand in the trash can or whatever, you take the stick, the little pincher thing, grabber or something. I don't know. But kids are a challenge because their diet constantly changes, right? For months, he loved toast with peanut butter and jelly, and now he doesn't want to eat anything for breakfast. He just, like, I tried carrots and cucumbers with cream cheese. No, I don't want that. Do you want your toast? No, I don't want that. How about an apple? No, I don't want that. Do you want scrambled eggs and bacon? No, I don't want that. Like, just, I don't want to eat breakfast. And you can force your kid to sit down at the table and stare at the food, but you can't actually force your kid to eat. You can try. I'm sure it's really nasty in some families where they do force their children to eat, and they're probably using nasty violence, and it's horrible. But you can't in a regular environment. Here's your dinner. Here's your food. Here's your breakfast. Eat. No, I'm not hungry. I stared at it. No, it's cool. No, I'm not hungry. Don't want to. Same thing with dinner and stuff, and you can say, you can have like strategies like, okay, if you eat your dinner, all your dinner, clean plate club, then you can have your dessert. And maybe your child will eat dinner. But then the problem with that is you are using, it's kind of like blackmail or bribery to get them to eat what you want them to eat. I live my life under the rule, if you're not hungry, don't eat. Kids is different. They're growing constantly. Last night he woke up in the middle of the night. He's like, Dad, I've got, he called it, what do you call it? Rigbin or Rigbren or something. I said, what? I heard it in my head. I heard I have fireback or firebone or something like that. So I go, what? He's like, my legs hurt. They're growing. I go, oh, okay. So I held him a little bit last night till he was able to fall back asleep. But yeah, you got the growing pains, and you're constantly growing. Puberty's coming soon. He's 9. He'll be 10 next year. So you need food. You need food, and you need good food. And it can be a challenge. Of course, if you don't have it in the house, it can't be in the mouth. So all I have is water. He's like, Dad, I'm thirsty. I want Pepsi. Go get it. It's in the fridge. He opens up the fridge. Where? It's just water, but pretend it's Pepsi. So kids are a challenge. They will trigger you. They will push you. They, until they get what they want, they will not stop. The only way they will stop is if you can then convey and succeed your not authority. I guess persuasion. Kind of persuasion. I mean, last night I was like, the first time I said, hey, it's 8 o'clock. It's time to go. So why? I go, it's time to go. It's 8. We are ending, even though they are not, the party's not. We are ending. We need to go home. We need to have a shower. We need to have unwinding time. We need to brush our teeth. We need to go to bed. That's just how it is. Explain the whole thing to them. Next question. Why? Why is he asking why? The why is the answer to I just gave him it. It's why. I just answered that. Why? So I could have answered it again, and then why, and then why, and then why. The why will never stop. Don't answer the why. The more calm you are, the more collected you are, the easier it is the child will hear you and listen to you, and you will succeed. They will follow directions, to follow the rules. You can also make it a game in some situations. For example, the pool or the beach. My little guy, he is like father, like son. I grew up on the ocean. Excuse me. I grew up in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, and you don't ever want to come out of the water. I understand that. So when it's the last time to come out, that's usually a time where I will chase him around the pool, beat him up for like 5-10 minutes, get some energy out, and then go, okay, now we're leaving. And you drive together and you get dressed together and you go. It's completely different than my morning routine. My morning routine is I wake up an hour before he's supposed to be at school. I get dressed. I brush my teeth. I do the bathroom thing. I do the yoga thing. I do whatever I got to do, the whole thing completely for me, hopefully 20, 30 minutes. And then boom, now it's him. And it's easier for me because I'm already ready to go. So now it's me getting him ready, not me getting us ready. It's me getting him like, let's go. He gets himself dressed. He does it all, but he's likes to sleep in. He likes to, take his time, drag his feet. So, when you're trying to get two people ready, including yourself, it's easier to get yourself ready and then your child ready. So the pool is different and like that. So we're gonna get ready together because otherwise, I've seen parents do it. I've done it to myself. I'm completely dried and ready to go, and you're just sitting there. Get out of the pool. Get out of the pool. Get out of the water. Come on, it's time to go. Get out of the water. Come on. It's there. And then you got to make empty threats. Empty threats are bad. If you make an empty threat, in other words, if you don't get out of the pool right now, you're going to lose your video games and your Doritos chips. By the way, Doritos is not a sponsor. And then the kid's going to get out real fast, or most likely call your bluff, F you, I'm staying in the pool. And like, let's go. And then you got to make another threat and another threat or whatever. And what happens is you cave and you give them anyway the video games and the chips and the cookies and the snacks and the candy. And now your kid's going, I can do whatever I want all the time. So my 17-year-old, in the past year, I took his phone away. It took 2 times. 2 separate times I had to take his phone away, and by the second time he understood loud and clear who was in charge. So the older kids, you can do that. Just take the phone away. Take the phone away, turn it off. If you can control their phone with your phone, I got a friend who can do that. He's got some app where all the phones are connected, and he's just like, nah, I'm taking off your internet. I'm taking off. So you take the internet off. You take away all of the apps they use, right? You take all away the socials just by that. And I'm going to lock your phone so you can't get any text messages from your friends. And you can't call anybody. Nope, that's it. Only emergency services. So now your phone is useless. And I'll decide when to turn it back on, this and that. That's a cool idea, but I think you got to pay for it. I don't know. And I hate paying. I hate spending money. So you just have to like the more you can own yourself and be in tuned with yourself and be calm, the more your kid's going to be calm. If you stop talking to your kid will stop talking to you. Period. Try the next time there's a moment of silence in you and your child's relationship moment, whether you're walking or sitting on the couch or at the dinner table or whatever you're quiet, Try to ask your child specific questions about specific topic. Stick to that point. Ask your child about like the trees or the birds or clouds, something, and just stick to something. Really, really focus on that conversation. And you watch within 2 or 3 answers, your kid is going to go from talking to you and answering questions to mom, dad. Oh my gosh, I was with my friend Alex and we were walking and we saw a teeter totter and we bet each other who could jump higher over the teeter totter. The the conversation that you're trying to have with your kid is gone because your kid now you're engaging in your child and your child is receiving and picking up that, oh, mom wants to talk to me, dad wants to talk to me. Cool, I got dad's time and attention, and that is all relationships, time and attention. Um, I guess it's number two. If if not losing your shit is number one. So I got dad's attention, so now I can talk about whatever the heck is going on in their minds, and they can talk about it. Number two, yeah, time and attention. All relationships are time and attention. How much time you are giving and receiving, how much attention you're giving and receiving. So, for instance, if this is you, dad, 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 huh? Yeah? Uh-huh. Okay. Dad, 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 mom, mommy, mom, mom, huh? If that's you, well, now you know why you have a lot of communication problems with your child. Now, I'm not saying you're a bad parent or you're a horrible parent or, oh wait, I just said that. So what I'm saying, what I'm trying to convey is, um, when your child says your name, not immediately do you have to go every single time. What is it? Yes, I'm here. But it would be nice. Um, it would be nice for eye contact or some sort of gesture that let your kid know that you are listening to your kid. Time and attention. The more time and attention you give, and it's a good exchange of time and attention, the more likely it is that your child will be in tune with time and attention when it is time to go to school, go to the church, the funeral, whatever. We got to get to the park. We got to get to the beach. We got to meet these people. Grandma's coming over. Look nice. Brush your teeth. Whatever the request is to your child will most likely, the more attuned you are, the more quickly you are to respond to your child when they need you. Most likely, the more vice versa, right? Please go brush your teeth. You got it. Versus, please go brush your teeth. Go brush your teeth. Go brush your teeth. Why don't you brush your junior, 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 dad, 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 dad. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. When your child explodes now and has a temper tantrum, the terrible twos, the toddler years, it is what it is. Just ignore all of that bull. Like fucking, if you gotta drag them through the grocery store, I've been there and done that. Drag them through the fucking grocery store. First of all, don't take your kids to the grocery store at all. Period. Period. I've been to the grocery store. My 17-year-old, I've been to the grocery store maybe 5 times with him. And even though he is almost an adult, he is still a child in many ways. And at the grocery store, it's just just do your shopping by yourself. It's my advice. So, they don't want to go to the grocery store. My 9-year-old, he does like, let's go to the grocery store. No, I don't want to go. Can I have your phone and play chess or play Block Blast or play Tetris and sit in the corner while you go shopping? It's like, yeah, like they don't want to be there. And they interrupt a lot your thoughts and your focus on what we're going to buy. And you get home and, oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot that. And you immediately want to blame it on who was interrupting you, your child. So fucking leave them at home. What What was I talking about? Time and attention. Blowing up. Right. So the explosion, if your child explodes, um, when if you're to meet your child with your own explosion, that is bad because now you're teaching that it's okay to yell when you get frustrated. It's okay to scream when you get frustrated. It's okay to lose your cool because oh things are going my way, so fuck it all. But that is not the way to do it. You attract more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So if you're nice and calm and collected, and please, Timmy, put your shoes on. Okay, we need to go. Grandma's going to be there. She's going to have those nice cinnamon buns that you love. And if we're not there on time, it's a possibility that they're gone because other people will be there too and they might eat them. That is not an empty threat. That is the hypothetical future. You're painting a picture for them that, oh my gosh, what if we don't get there and they're gone? When you know, really, I mean, that's a possibility, sure. But most likely, probably speaking, that is not a possibility because we're going to get there on time. It's for grandma. And hey, look at that. There's all these apple cakes and crumb cakes and whatever, wiener breads and pig out because you got your shoes and socks on time, whatever. And you didn't blow up. If you blew up unless you're cool, then also when you blow up at your kid, you got to apologize. Yeah. Yeah, you do. You blow up at your kid, you better apologize because number one, you shouldn't be blowing up at your kid, period. It's your child. Didn't you want your child to come into this life? Didn't you want your child to be here? Didn't you and your lover specifically plan and have this child together? If you didn't, sure, different story. But you still have a child or more, right? Isn't this an angel? Didn't you want this human being, this soul, to be a part of your life and family? You want to raise your child, your daughter, your son. So why are you blowing up at your child? Why? Why? Like mother, like daughter, like father, like son. I have maybe yelled. I know one time for sure. Um, maybe two times, maybe three times with his mother there. So we're all yelling at each other. That was a nasty one. That was a nasty one. That was a nasty one. Real nasty. Maybe three or four times to my youngest. And then now with my 17-year-old, it's it's um it's real easy to just conversate like this and use logic and reasoning because he is a young man. So we think alike in many ways. And so I just say these things and he'll either laugh and he'll be like, oh, oh yeah, I didn't think of that shit. And I don't have to yell. And he'll do his chores or he'll do his, whatever, take out the trash, stuff like that. And he'll do it right then and there. I don't have to say right now, I don't have to yell this, I don't think of that. And so, but my 9-year-old's different. He's young. He's still learning a lot about life. And so it's like, why do I have to go to school? Why do I have to get dressed? Why do I have to, why can't I just stay home and play video games all day while you go to school and you do your thing? Why can't I, all these frivolous questions that is just testing and testing and testing. That's all it is. So it's really hard. I know it's really hard. Oh my gosh, he can scream so loud, my youngin. He can scream so loud, and they do it on purpose because they know that causing a scene in public. They know. Every kid knows that. And then what do you do? Now you're like, oh great. How to do the best way is to just ignore. Turn your back and ignore. Eventually they'll just be like, gosh, everything I do, even my mother and my father won't even look at me, talk to me, communicate with me, interact with me. Okay, so I have to do something to get their attention That's not negative because they're literally turning their back on me. What I do, what the child does is they go internal and they start thinking quietly. And then you see, oh, at least you're being quiet. Okay. And they're thinking and just start breathing better, calmer. And then, okay, now let's reassess the situation and do what we need to do together, calmly, collectively. Yeah, I took away, I said no more screen yesterday after, I think it was an hour. I was like, that's it. You've been on an hour and 20 minutes. It was an hour and 20 minutes ago. You've been on this thing for an hour and 20 minutes. And he starts arguing with me. No, I've only been on my phone for 30 minutes and I was playing Fortnite for whatever minutes. I go, okay, so that's screens. TV, screen, phone, screen, computer, screen. Like, it doesn't matter. iPad, screen. Screens are screens. You've been on a screen for over an hour. Shut them all off. No more for the day. That's it. He shut them off very quickly. It was, I explained myself. And then immediately he says, well, what do I do now? Whatever you want, but no screens. I know what to do. Okay, figure it out. Kids need to learn to be bored. Kids need to stay in that boredom. Creativity comes from boredom. Sometimes I'll be so bored and all of a sudden I have an idea and I have to write it down. I have to write down my script I'm working on. I have to write down my short story collection I'm working on. I have to write down some jokes. I got a great joke. How do atheists say Merry Christmas? Fuck Jesus. That's a great joke. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it my Christmas special stand up. Anyway, it's a great joke. It's a great joke. A true atheist wouldn't even say Merry Christmas because Christ is in the name of Christmas, right? And he is the Son of God, right? But if you ask an atheist, no, there is no God, so he can't be the Son of God. So then why do they still say Jesus Christ every time they stub their toe? Fucking hypocrites. Talk about some irony there. Anyway, that's a different subject. Anyway, don't lose your cool. Be calm and collected. Time and attention. It's really hard, but you want to try and be the same person at all times. And I know how hard that can be. For example, I know for a fact I'm a different person. I treat people differently with my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. My children, I try to be the same father to all of them. And as they get older, dynamics change. Every single woman, every single man that I've ever been friends with, I've been a different person. My cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and I don't mean I'm not a different person. Like personality disorders. I mean, I might have an easier time being more open and honest with certain people than with others. Why is that? That is life. That is journey. It's, me and my brother. I could tell my brother, my mother, and my father, and my sister too, just about anything and everything that I want to tell them. Friends is different. Some friends we can read each other's minds. Other friends I have to say, like with boundaries and personal space. Sometimes I have to do that. The trick, the problem, the hardship, the awareness of knowing who you are in every moment and trying to be the same person every time, for me at least, is a challenge. So, like I was talking the other videos about keeping in your semen, that's a challenge for a lot of dudes. It's a challenge for me sometimes. The more you keep it in, the more you conquer one challenge, the easier it is to get to the next challenge. I want to keep in my semen for 30 days. I want to fast for 3 days. I want to walk 5 kilometers a day for 5 days in a row. I want to read a book a month. I want to not yell and not explode for a week. I want to not talk for 24 hours is a challenge. I only want to drink water and coffee for 3 months is a challenge. And the more you make these little challenges, the more you start to change yourself, and the more you do those things that hurt you in life, you leave those behind. Yelling can be good sometimes, I think, when you're outside and you're almost completely by yourself somewhere in a forest or a farmland or something like that. Then maybe not yell and scream, but like a I don't know, an outburst or something like that. You can sing yell, you know, when you do like sing Nirvana, like Kurt Cobain did, may he rest in peace. Just you know, no, stand, ten minutes, like that. You know, like what was that song? I forget what it was, but you know, or Stone Temple Pilots or Alice in Chains or something like that. You know, they're just really low and then just you know, and they're singing, but it sounds like they're yelling, something like that. I think that could be really good. Why not? But not at your child. Um, I mean, have you been yelled at as a parent or as a adult from another adult, and they're yelling at you? It's like what? I love it. I don't have a car, but I had a car a long time ago, and you get cut off or this that. It's like the car thing is, you know, here we are in line in a car, right? We're driving this way, okay, and we're here in this car, and we are so pissed off at the car in front of us. We're like, dude, go faster, go faster, go faster, get out of the way, whatever. And we're so thankful to the car behind us that it's not honking their horn. And yet, if you go another, well, then now it goes, and it's like that all the way down the highway. So it's like that also in daily life in many ways, right? So maybe you have multiple children like I do, and you hear that, oh, your kid's such an angel, and you're like, this guy is not an angel at all. And then the other, you know, yeah, this one is an angel. This one's, you know, that is because one reason I think is because of how I am as a different individual. Like I am trying not to be different to anybody. You know, for example, if you ask your mother to describe yourself and you ask your father to describe yourself, you would probably get two different answers. I know I would. I want to have the same answer. If somebody says I'm an a-hole, I want everybody that I know to say, yeah, that's right, Ryan's an a-hole. But if somebody once says like, oh no, Ryan, he's very generous, then I want everybody to say, oh yeah, he is very generous. So to do that, you need to practice on all aspects of life. I hope this helped. Kids are very, very tough. Um, Lead with action. Action speaks louder than words. 90% of language is nonverbal. So do not engage in arguments with your child. When you hear, oh, lasagna for dinner, I don't want lasagna. Okay, you don't have to have lasagna. You can go on the couch and play video games. And then I'll eat lasagna with my other son, and we will have a nice meal, and then we'll put it away. And then we'll go, and then, oh, Dad, I'm hungry. Well, dinner was lasagna. You said no. So depending on the age, dynamic, and situation, and what's happening the next day, there has been a time or two where that was it. This was dinner, and you didn't want it. Now dinner's done. It's gone. It's over. It's finito. You can wait till have breakfast tomorrow at school or in the morning before. Get some water. Drink some water. That will help you. And they go to bed with an empty stomach with their choice. Choice is another one. I can't stand being in line at a fast food restaurant and the fucking dad or the fucking mother is a, what do you want to eat there, little Susie? Little 4-year-old Susie? What do you want? Chicken nuggets? Are you cheeseburger? Shut the fuck up, mom and dad. Order for them. Get on and go. This is your meal. This is what you get. As your child gets older, there are certain times. My youngest is 9. He can choose. Okay, go ahead and choose what you want at McDonald's, not a sponsor, or Burger King, not a sponsor, or pizza, or falafel. Go ahead. You have. I'll give you 2 minutes to choose, 3 minutes to choose. If you can't choose that time, you're gone. I'm ordering for you. Okay. Some things like that. Shoes, maybe he would have a choice in that. Definitely t-shirts. Go ahead. But some things, no. I'm the parent. You're the child. It's my choice. You're getting this, and that's final. Right? Look at how many fat fucking kids we have in this world. You know how they got that way? Being told that they can have a decision at the age of 3. What do you think a 3-year-old wants? Meat and potatoes or chips and candy and ice cream? Yeah. I want ice cream for dinner. See, that's the thing. Parents set themselves up. When you say, what would you like for dinner, Timmy? Hamburgers or eggplant parmesan? I want ice cream. You just opened up a door for argumentation, for debate. I want ice cream. You said what I want. I want ice cream. I want ice cream. Right? No. It's here's dinner. Here's dinner. All the time. My 17-year-old. Here's dinner. Oh, Dad, I don't like this. Don't eat it. But I'm hungry. Then eat it. But I don't like it. Then don't eat it. That's it. That's your choices. Eat it or don't eat it. Well, can I pick it off? You can pick off what you don't like. Sure. Do it. And he'll do it. He'll sit there and he'll take 15 minutes to pick out all the little vegetables that I chopped up. Take out the little onion and the mushroom and the tomato and the paprika. He'll take it all out. And then he'll eat whatever I make for him or whatever. The only time he eats vegetables is if I do make a deal. If he has a dad kind of go to this party, I'm like, why don't you eat all those vegetables? And he'll eat it. He'll put his veg in his mouth and he'll be like this. And it's like, is it seriously that bad? Like, So, yeah, don't give your kid choices up to a certain age. It's I can't. Can you? Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? You're standing in line. You can't wait to order, and then what do you want? The ice cream line. Oh my gosh, there's 30 fucking 2 flavors, and you get 1 scoop. What do you want? Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, Neapolitan, butterscotch, bubblegum, Oreo, Dime, Kit Kat, Reese's, Rocky Road, peanut butter. Oh my God. You should know better as a parent. Whatever ice cream scoop you give your kid will eat it. All of it. Some of them will eat it in 2 bites. Some of them will take a half hour to eat it, but they'll eat it. They'll eat it. I've never heard, oh, I didn't want that one. I've always, here's your ice cream cone. Oh, thank you, Dad. I love you. Right? I'll hear this sometimes. Oh, I only get 1? I'll grab it. Okay, you don't want it? No. I want it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, the last thing you want to do is yell and scream and lose your shit. And it can all be solved if you're adhering to prevention of all that stuff. Could you imagine losing your shit in public, like really bad, like as bad as you could lose, like a 2-year-old, but you're a grown ass 44-year-old, and you're an adult. And you're, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit! Why don't you ever listen to that? I'm gonna fucking. Could you imagine All it takes is one person to look at that, pull out their phone, record, send it to social services, and goodbye fatherhood, motherhood, parenthood. Explain that one, right? Kids can lose their shit because they're learning life. Now we are grown adults. We should not be losing our shit, right? You should be able to solve, at least within your family and your children, all the problems just through simple and open and honest and clean and clear communication. No yelling. Just explain to them. Explain to them. That's all I got. It's difficult just talking about it because, you know, don't you love the people you love? Not just kids, but just people you love. Why are you yelling at your mother? Why are you yelling at your wife, at your husband? Why are you yelling at your kid? Yelling. Do you like being yelled at? I don't. I find it funny now, depending on how it happens and what goes on. Um, quick story. I was in Copenhagen, Denmark, with some family, and we was hungry, and we saw this nice little pizza restaurant. And we walk in there, and I hold the door for everybody, my dad, my brother, wife at the time, stroller. No, it was just us adults. Yeah. And go in there. And then I go in, and then I hold the door open for this three other people that were coming. I didn't want to hold them all because then I would be behind them and then have to jump over them. And so no, I just held like that. We get in there, and no one is at there's no hostess. There's no hostess. And we're just standing there. And then the hostess comes and she looks at my brother or my wife, I forget, and says, "How many?" And then we say 4. And then she just starts taking the menus. And it was like literally 1 minute before 8 o'clock or something like that. And the guy behind me says, "We have reservations for 8 o'clock." And I turn around and I say, "Good for you." And I turn back around and I go, "Yeah, 4." And then she leaves away. And the guy's like, "It's 8 o'clock now." And then she grabs 3 more for them. She says, "Yeah, you can come with and follow me." So we go up the stairs and he starts instigating. I'm going to say instigating. He starts instigating and using nasty words with me. And he knew right away I was American. He's like, "Yeah, Americans, da da da. Yeah, you can't wait, da da da. You know, we had reservations." I was like, "You should have got here sooner." Oh, well, it is what it is. Hey, we're both being seated. We just went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And his level of volume went up. And I could tell 2 things. One, I wasn't going to yell and explode no matter what he said. And 2, anything I said pretty much just kept going up. So I just wanted to throw darts. I shouldn't have, but we were in Copenhagen. And in Copenhagen, there's a place called Christiana. So, you know, I was having fun. So just throwing some darts. And he got the last word. No, I got the last word, but his last word was, "You fucking American asshole." And I remember that. And I went like, "Oh." And my last words were, "You used name calling? Oh, how dare you? Oh, I'm so hurt." And I just, whatever. So I go to the bathroom and I come back from the bathroom. And where are we seated? Our backs were like this to each other. We're like this, like just separated by just the row down the middle, so so the hostess and the servers could do it, whatever they got to do, you know, the cooks and chefs. I mean, we're like, so we were basically back to back, him at one table and me at the other, and it was funny. I think they brought the pizzas out, and I was about to turn around and say nice pizza or something like good thing you got those reservations or something like that, whatever. But then my wife and my dad was like, "Shut the fuck up." So, you know, no, I did not yell and explode and lose my cool, but I did lose my cool because I was being, um, I how easy of it would it have been to just go, "Oh, excuse me, miss, he has reservations. They just walked in. He says they got 8 o'clock," and it was 7:59, 8 o'clock. Like, okay, they go for, and she had a spot for us, and it all would, there'd been no name calling. Maybe it would have been like, "Oh, thank you so much. We're gonna buy you guys a dessert." I don't know. I don't know, but you can use poison without yelling and screaming, and it's not good. So don't yell and scream. Don't blow up. Don't lose your cool. Don't use poison. Love your children. You wanted them to be here. Did you not? Yes, you did. When they finish their meal here in Sweden, for some reason, the Swedes raise their kids to say, "Thanks for the food, mom and dad," when really, I think it should be reversed. It should be, "Thanks for eating the food that I've provided for you because you didn't ask to be here. I asked you to be here by copulating with your mother, and now here you are. So now thank you for being here, and thank you for listening, and thank you for being a good boy, and thank you for finishing your food." That's how I think it should be. And I do say that sometimes. But, my 17-year-old, every meal, "Thanks for the food, dad. Thanks for the food, dad." And I'm always caught off guard. I'm like, "Dude, why are you saying thank you for the food? I'm supposed to provide food for you. You're my child." So, yeah, have a nice time figuring out how to be a great parent. Children will test you. Children will test you. So, you know, it's good. It's good if you can just have a regular conversation. Just go pick a regular conversation. You see a kid, every time I see my kid on the phone or something like that, I'm like, "Man, put that fucking thing down." But I don't say it that way. I see this. "Hey, tell me about school. Tell me about homework. What's your favorite thing to do right now? Do you want to go take a walk? Do you want to go play football? Do you want to color? Do you want to draw? Do you want to play cards? Do you want to do something cool? Let's do a science experiment. Check this out. When you mix those two things and the volcano blows up, what is that? Baking powder and rubbing alcohol or something. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Google it. You can do it. You can make your own little, add red food coloring to it, and it looks like lava. So I don't know. It's, do that. Do that. Don't wait for your child to happen. Go to your child before it happens, and you can prevent a lot of things just by, you know, um, right now, my youngest, he, when I do get him in those moods and those moments, he asks a lot about Jesus and God and all of it. Shiva, Shakti, Thor, Odin, Ra, Ramses, Bhagavad Gita, Quran, all of it. And it's very challenging because he's 9 and his thoughts and comprehension is much different than mine. And I'll be like, "Damn, that's a good question. I don't know what to say." And I'll tell him, "It's okay. I don't know. I don't know. Let's Google that. Let's ask your grandma. Let's call up Grandma Carla and ask that. Let's ask your abuelito. Let's figure this out." So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for liking. That came out accidentally. Thanks for supporting. Yeah, be there for your children. Smother them with hugs and kisses. It also helps a lot too. This is nonverbal. So, um, yeah. Yeah, smother them, hugs and kisses. And also, if you are telling them something difficult and you are in that moment of like, "Man, I'm going to fucking lose my shit," put a soft hand. "Listen, sweetie. Listen, sweetheart. Listen. Please, please. Okay, we need to go get," and that helps a lot. So I'll leave you with that. Have a nice week. I don't know when I'll be back either because the future is unknown. So love you. Take care.